That's a sound, isn't it? Hello, good evening, and well, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time of day it is. This is I'm just going to show you. I've been messing around with some registrations, and I created this really nice James Last sort of setup for your Genos. You know, for those of you who've got Genos 2, this is going to work brilliantly because you've got those new brass voices, depending on how posh you are, that you can use in your Genos, and they really make a hell of a difference to the overall sound. So the style that I'm using is Easy Tijuana. It's in the easily listening section. Let me just show you. Oh, what's going on here? There's something shrunk. That's not the first time I said that. Let's have a look. Let's make this bigger. That's what she said. There we go. Right, so here's the screen. This is the style we're using. Easy listening, Easy Tijuana, and it's on page 2. So that's what we've got highlighted. And then on the right hand, we've got flugelhorn. Flugelhorn and concert trumpets and normal trumpet. You know, let's show you. You can see which voices I've got then. It's a big sound. So, and for the purpose of the demo, I've actually created 10 registrations here that I can work through as I'm playing through anything that's James Last with that sort of style. So the key element in the whole voicing of this is the flugelhorn. So that is one of the voices in the brass section on page 1 on Genos 2. Just highlight the flugel. Now you will realise that there's a lot of reverb in it. Now the reverb I'm using for this particular setup is the Revelation Cathedral. And I'm using that because it's got a very wide, long, as you can well hear, and that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. And then for the trumpet, which is again on page 1 of brass, second voice down. It's got that little sort of note off at the end, which is just brilliant. So combine the two with the flugelhorn and the trumpet, and of course the style. It sounds great. And then we add concert trumpets. And that's the... Now the concert trumpets have this sort of layer sound, which gives that James Last total effect when you stack all three voices. And then if you want to bring in some sort of, because obviously James always had a big sort of orchestral choir behind him, you can go to page 1 of the vocal and choose The Boys Are. So far, so good. So on my registration one, I simply have got the 3 voices together just to sort of bring the brass section in. And it's on variation A. Then on my second registration, I've taken out the trumpet and replaced it with the mandolin tremolo. So I've still got the James Last sort of essence of the brass, but by bringing in the mandolin, it just really... So that brings in a little bit of something different. And I keep that on there. And then on registration 4, I've got still flugelhorn, because flugelhorn is adding that sort of tone that is needed. And concert trumpets is still on. But however, I've added strings pad to bring in some string. Now, I'm torn on this one because I'm not sure whether strings pad is thick enough to cut it, or whether to actually go into the Keno strings slow. I think I'm going to go with that one because it's just thicker. Not too loud though. Now the levels are key. Most of the levels certainly for the brass are on 100. The strings on this particular one I'm knocking down to 76. And before anybody asks, I have no idea what I'm playing. I'm just making stuff up on the spot. This is not a James Last song. I'm just literally improvising. Now, this particular style is, again, I'm sort of torn. I don't like styles that are too song specific, and of course this one. It's very song specific. I don't want to play anything because yeah. So I would recommend maybe using 4 for a sort of a short sort of section and then reverting straight back to 3. So then you can change. It's a great sound, and truth be told, it's really easy to set up. Now, in previous videos, I've always said, well, I would never layer 3 voices, but for this, or certainly for the James Last sound, you have to. You've got to layer sounds because it was such a big wall of orchestral sound. It's just phenomenally big. I kind of wish in this instance there was a fourth voice, because I do really want to bring in an R in the right hand. But of course, I can't at this stage, unless I then make my own voice with two voices together, which I could do, and maybe I shall look at doing something like that, purely to create this sort of big James Last sound. Because there are some nice vocals in here that I've got. I've got ooze. I've got some nice ooh vibrato. So yeah, there are endless possibilities with the Genos 2, but the James Last stuff has really been cracked since Genos 2 came out, purely because of the brass and the drums. Because if you listen to the backing, go to number 2. Now I have to admit, I've actually adjusted the drum levels on here, because they were a bit sort of, well, certainly the rhythm 1 was very quiet, whereas I wanted those sort of tambourines to stand out a bit more, and I wanted the actual drum to sort of sound a bit louder than sort of it was already preset at. I think you'll agree it's a pretty damn close. Cha-cha-cha. So there you go. I just thought I'd show you this, because it's not something that just sort of automatically is in here. And I know many of you sort of struggle trying to find voices and sort of do the combination to bring up this sort of sound. So it's the chord combinations that make it sound like Last. So voices, chords, style, the whole thing just sounds complete. Slightly different rhythm for this. It really is one of those styles where you can sit and play most of your favourite songs, but in this sort of Tijuana style. That works well. Really is good. So there you go. Another tip for today. If you're a member of the Genos Club, if you go to patreon.com/Genos Club, this is actually available for you to download today. I'm just about to upload. So anybody who's a member can join and download this immediately for the Genos 2, and it'll just set everything up for you for this particular registration. Anyway, have some fun. I thought I'd show you this. If you've got Genos 2 in front of you, watch this video back. Flugelhorn, concert trumpets, and trumpet. And then switch to the mandolin for the middle part and put that into voice 2. Keep flugelhorn in 1 and keep concert trumpets in 3. Reverb settings are, I'm going to show you because you're probably going to scream when you see the level of them, but they are 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and we are using the Revelation Cathedral, even if I can't say it. Okay, I'm off to do some more. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, click subscribe, and then when more of these little tips pop up, you'll get notified completely free of charge. There's no charge for these videos. And if you like them, leave a comment. I do appreciate the comments. I just love how so many people really do like Genos and Genos 2. There are a few odd people out there who sort of put, I prefer my Casio. Well, fair enough, okay. But on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks ever so much for watching. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.